Welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. I'm your host, Dan. Of course, next to me is the lovely and talented Nikki. Nikki, we finally made it. Season 2 of us covering the New York Giants. I don't say covering because I'm a fan, but doing a podcast for the New York Football Giants is officially over. Like you mentioned a billion times in your videos. It's been over since October. It's been over since September. It's been over since August.
It was over before it started. Yeah.
But the season is officially over. The New York Football Giants season is done. There's a lot of speculations going on revolving around Black Monday tomorrow. But New York Football Giants lost to the Philadelphia Eagles 20-13. It was your glorified third preseason game where the backups for the Eagles played. They looked good. They played enough to win. They won. So with that being said, before we get into it, Malik Nabers is the all-time leading receptions getter for the New York Football Giants. Obviously, a rookie record in receptions as well because he is the all-time leader in receptions. He got a nice touchdown today, and the future is bright with him. The weird thing with Malik Nabers, we all mentioned that he is a QB proof. Obviously, 4 wide receivers, breaking records. And I really think we didn't even get to see him scratch the surface this season. And that's the one thing that I'm very excited about going into year 2 with the uncertainty of what the quarterbacks lie ahead. Whether it is one of Shador or Kim in the draft, or is it a bridge quarterback, or do we go get someone in the second to mid rounds of the upcoming draft? So that's the one exciting thing to take away from the season of nightmare horrors is Malik Nabers had this type of season and he led the league in drops. So you get those 10 passes, maybe cut those in half. How much even crazier of a season he would have had this year. So that's where I'm excited for going into this year's offseason as players wise. I would love to see Dexter Lawrence come back healthy. I would like to see Adrian Thomas come back healthy. And I would love to see if it's either Daboll or a new head coach. I would love to see the offense have some sort of identity, which we didn't have this year.
But I mean, we haven't had an identity in how long?
Well, to be fair, we did have an identity with Saquon. It would be, all right, Saquon is our star player. We're going to be able to get Saquon the ball. We're going to be focusing on the run because Daniel Jones.
Yeah, but even with Saquon, it was still the Giants weren't like, oh my God, this feared running like team. Like it was still a shitty offensive line with a shitty quarterback, like bad play calling. So I would say like they had Saquon as their identity, but I still think that, it wasn't like how it used to be.
Right, for sure. And what would be, all right, we have so many plays to go through in like negativity. What would be the one play that stood out to you like, oh, okay, that was fun this season? Give me one. I know you're going to push back on it, but give me one. We watched every minute, basically every minute of every game so far.
Yeah, no, there's no play that sticks out. I think for me, it's the same thing you already said. It's just Malik Nabers and watching this kid play.
We'll get into that later. Thank you, Almighty Finesse. We'll definitely like and subscribe, but we'll definitely get into that a little bit.
Yeah, you botch the intro. You just go right into. You don't tell anybody where to find us, where to subscribe.
We'll get into it. Don't worry. I was just in that mood. By the way, we are Thunder and Lightning. We are the New York sports show about nothing and everything at the same time. And I pushed through tonight. What a hack job by me. Go on.
Yes, complete hack job. No, it's not your fault that people ask me every fucking week, where can I find your show? And I tell them, and they still can't seem to figure out how to find us. Like, I
think you're still at the other place we were at 2 seasons ago.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Guys, I haven't been with New York Giants Rush in 2 years. Okay? Like, so can we stop associating me with them? Like, thank you. Not that I don't like them, but like, I'm just not part of that team. Anyway, I would say the only bright spot for me really was Malik Nabers. And you dragged me on this show every week during draft season, and I didn't want to do it because I didn't waver. Everybody else was flip-flopping, and I didn't waver on Malik Nabers. I wanted him. You came to my house, which people think you snuck into my house. And how did you get in my living room? And how are you sitting next to me?
Trust me, you're not that special that I would drive 2 hours just to sneak into. So
that's 2 weeks in a row.
That was clearly invite by Nikki, not me sneaking into her house. A 2 hour
2
drive.
weeks in a row, you have made the comment that I am not special. And I will just have you know that there are plenty of people who think I am special. And there's plenty of people who don't like you. So
it's fine.
You've got a lot of haters, and I'm happy for you because that means you've made it. You're moving up in the world, without having to sleep with people like Joy Taylor, who gives women a bad name. But we'll save that for another day.
We'll get into that another day. I don't think she did anything wrong. But
really? Oh, letting every Fox executive sleep with you?
You mean to think she's
get
the
your
only
job?
One?
You don't think that was wrong? Oh, okay.
Jeez. You think she's the only one?
She's not the only one. It's women like her that give us a bad name, as if it's not fucking hard enough to be in this industry, but then you got to go and sleep with everybody. Wasn't she like a local radio host? And then
allegedly. Well, that was an affidavit, so.
Yeah. So like, then all of a sudden you get a show. Like, come on, I'm not buying it. Like, no, I'm not buying it. You know what? I knew she didn't know what she was talking about when I had to retweet her and correct her twice when she had wrong Giants information.
Don't come knocking and get your facts straight. Why don't you get at Diana Rossini like you did with Joy Taylor then?
Diana Rossini pisses me off too because she wants to waltz in like she's got brand new information and she doesn't, So, and apparently there's something going on with Molly now. So let me find out. All you fucking bitches just did this the wrong way and just made it so much harder for the rest of us who actually have talent. But what the hell do I know? Anyway, Malik Nabers is the only bright spot for me this season. I just think he's got so much talent. And like you said, he hasn't even scratched the surface because we can't give him a proper quarterback.
And then Almighty Finesse, Malik Nabers, Brian Burns, Drew Phillips. Yeah, all those guys had.
Did Brian Burns disappoint you this season? I feel like he had great, great moments, but inconsistent.
Yeah, I think a lot of that had to do with Kayvon Thibodeau being hurt a chunk, and then once Dexter Lawrence got hurt and they were able to focus on everybody at the end of the day. That's where I thought it came, but I think he could have quit and went on IR or sat out a bunch of games when we were clearly tanking. And for that, I wouldn't want to give him credit for that because basically everybody that played had basically did the same thing because it's the football and you're always hurt. But he kept playing when he could have easily gave up or faked an injury, or not fake an injury, but have that injury that's been nagging him be like, all right, I'm done. And he didn't. Drew Phillips played great. Well, he played good for a rookie. He was a very solid slot cornerback that we were all hoping and praying for. And you and me were excited because he was in our mock drafts and we were reading more about him. Some of the stats weren't really there, but we're like, well, we need a slot cornerback, and he's the best one there. So hopefully he pans out. So, those would be the guys I would say as well. I'm trying to think who else.
Tyrone Tracy looks like
Tracy definitely looks like a guy that they could get another running back, like a Devin Singletary type running back.
I forgot we had Devin Singletary.
Yeah, they used him a lot the last couple of weeks. You could definitely have him with a Devin Singletary type back, and that he could take over the lead role in running, and then have a veteran taking care of it. I would like to see him get a little bit more in the passing game because in college he was a wide receiver. I know we've said that plenty of times, but yeah, those would be the couple of guys. It really went down south early in the season because, all right, week 1 was the Vikings are about to play for the division. no one thought Sam Darnold was going to be able to carry them that far.
I did.
You did?
Yes,
Okay.
remember, you all came at me, you included, because you were still in like Homer mode. Oh, Nikki, I can't believe that you're taking, the Viking. I even have the reel of me saying, I think Sam Darnold's going to have a hell of a game. He's going to go off. The Giants are going to lose. I did.
Yeah. And then the whole debacle in Washington, and then I'm not going to bore you the rest, but those first 2 weeks.
we know the rest of the year. We're good.
But I think really the debacle was them losing to Washington, them giving up 6 field goals to lose, and they didn't have a kicker, and that really damaged.
Do you think that was the turning point of getting worse, of falling to rock bottom?
I think that was the starting to look at it like, holy crap, we're 0-2, and now we're gonna go through the gauntlet that of like, crap, we should have went 1-1 at least. Yeah. We did. We saw it too, but it looks tough, but like every year something crazy happens, or it's definitely tough looking at it on paper right now, but you never know.
I feel like we said this last season too. Can it honestly get worse from here? Like it can't get
it can get worse. They can keep Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll, or just keep Joe Schoen and they don't pick the right coach, or they keep Brian Daboll and Brian Daboll starts 1-5 and there's the rookie quarterback.
If he starts 1-5, I just, how do you? There's no way. You don't go through the whole season. You're not going through 2025. It has to be done, right? Like
then it will be like the Bears all over again and the Jets all over again. Of like, wow, it's a rudderless ship, and then what are we gonna do? Oh, our brand new rookie quarterback is gonna have coach number 2 next year instead of having a guy that drafted him and is going to have him under his wing basically for his whole contract, or after year 2 or 3, you know what I mean? But to do it after year 1.
Get a rookie quarterback, Danny, because they had that
and it's crazy
win for the culture last week, which I want to know, where was the culture today? All of you idiot fans out there, honestly, where was today's culture? Where was the culture in October, November, and most of December? It was nowhere, okay? And don't tell me, oh, the Colts were such a bad team. The Eagles had their third stringers out there. So you're telling me the Eagles' third stringers are better than the team that was competing for a possible playoff spot? No, I don't want to hear it. Take your culture and shove it up your ass. You bunch of fucking homers. I hate this fan base. I really can't stand them. And they also think I'm serious. They think my latest tweet, they're taking it serious. Like,
well, they shouldn't. I think you should just stop justifying it.
I have to justify it because they're stupid. Like,
yeah, for sure. And I honestly, I don't know why people think you're just more than what you are, in like you're just a dumb blonde and you're complete sarcasm.
Everybody thinks I'm a dumb blonde. Like I get this in my professional life too. Like I will go into a consultation, leave, and then they finish talking to me like, oh, you actually are smart. I don't know what it is. There's lots of blondes out there who, oh, by the way, I'm not a natural blonde. So like, I don't understand. It's like,
we got to find those pictures of you not being a natural blonde.
Well, I've been blonde, I think, more than almost my entire life at this point. But
I think we're at the point. I know Shefty and Glazer are basically the biggest breaking news guys. You got Rappaport and all those other guys. We're not going to go through all of them. But 2 of them mentioned that they think he's safe for today. As in for tomorrow. We'll see, we'll see what happens when he meets with the front office tomorrow.
Can they do this tonight? We're all going back to work tomorrow.
I know, right? They went to Philly, so it's not like they have to fly.
I know, you don't have to travel far and wide. I'm not saying we should trade down. So my tweet was basically mocking and making fun of everything that everyone had said last week. So I don't even know what I said in my tweet. Like, it was like, I'm so glad we had the culture win, because why would we want the number 1 pick? Because neither one of these quarterbacks is generational talent, and let's just trade back. And I was just mocking what everybody was saying to me when I went off about it yesterday. Last week.
Yeah. And then now
we do have holes. That's the thing. I'm not
Plenty of holes.
saying a quarterback is going to fix all of the problems, but it is a glaring problem in case you guys haven't
And it's
noticed.
the most important position, and it could like hide up some like holes in the team.
It's like,
so.
oh my God, Drew Lock is out there. Okay, Tommy DeVito is the backup, and you guys don't want a quarterback. What?
Right. By the way, like and subscribe to our channel, and make sure you leave a comment. Yeah, by the way, good chances we lose Slayton.
I don't care anymore.
I think we could find a way to keep him.
Oh my
I
God.
think for the right contract.
$2 at this point.
Yeah, this is fun. I'm getting free. Thank you, Captain Coke 70. I appreciate it. I prefer Shador. Hold on. I'm sorry, I have it up. I prefer Shador, but do you think he will be available at 3?
Let's pull up Tankathon. Do you have Tankathon for everyone?
I actually do have Tankathon.
Maybe get like a good look. I know you told me, but this way.
So right now the Titans are number 1. They are clearly in need of a quarterback. They obviously don't love Levis. So that's basically where it's going to be fun of, hey, do they like Shador or do they like Cam Ward? Then number 2, Cleveland. Cleveland, I say more. They are in a complete dumpster fire situation with Deshaun Watson. They did make a couple pay cuts. I mean, contract reconstructions. They're always that wild card. They shouldn't go get a quarterback because the amount of money.
But Danny, I think they might.
Yeah, they are that team. And then it's us. So it's basically the second quarterback or Travis Hunter where I am leaning towards. So if there's a shot of both quarterbacks gone, you're taking Travis Hunter, and we need talented players. We need those star-studded players to be on our team.
Okay, and who's at the helm in this scenario?
It shouldn't be Daboll and Shane, but it's looking that way.
And who's the quarterback?
If we get Hunter, we would have to look whoever we like in the second or third round, and we will know who our
quarterback, right? They're going to pay a fuckload of money to Kirk Cousins to go get a bridge quarterback. Hey, you know what? While you're at it, why don't you have Daniel Jones come back? What the hell are you guys doing? Like in Giants land? Like I don't understand it. I'm not saying don't get talented players, but like, who is the quarterback? Oh my God, people! What? This is insane to me. This is insane. Absolutely insane to me.
You're gonna know. You're gonna have free agency. So you're gonna know.
I don't want a bridge quarterback. I want the quarterback. I want the quarterback of the future. I'm sick of this shit. I'm not doing the show if we don't have a fucking quarterback next year. Okay.
All right, you're freaking out over nothing.
I'm not freaking out.
Yes, you are.
You guys are all like, well, you just take best available. Great. And then when there's nobody,
Shador and Cam are not there, you get the best player available.
And there's no quarterback, and Brian Daboll can't put a game plan together because his team always looks unprepared. I don't want to hear it from any of you. I don't want to hear it.
Listen, if Cam and Shador are not there, what?
You want Dart?
What?
You want
I'm
Dart.
not taking. I'm not taking.
Everybody does because
you're going to take Jackson Dart at number 3.
Oh my God, no. We're finding like crazy connections now.
I know. I'm just saying. Like,
I'm asking you, like, who? Then what? Now what? Yeah, like Milrow. Everybody. Like, I cannot with everybody. I'm pissed off. They fucking won last week, only to come out and not have culture this week. Like, I just can't with this franchise. I can't, and I can't with all of you who are like, well, you just trade back, take best available.
I don't want to trade.
When there's no quarterback out there next year, I don't want to hear you complain.
I'm not. No one's complaining.
You are. You're like veering back into homerness. Like
no, I'm not. How am I? Oh my God, we're gonna be drafting a unicorn wide receiver in DB that just won the Heisman.
That's great. Who's the quarterback in this fairy tale?
Oh my God, I'm not being a homer. You're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna be able to. There's 7 other rounds to get a quarterback.
You're gonna have that bridge quarterback. I'm asking you, who would you take? Who's the quarterback?
You're going to hope to pray that either Milrow, Dart, all those guys in the late first, in the second and third rounds that you're gonna have to.
Are they ready? Are they ready, or do they need a bridge quarterback? No, they need a bridge quarterback.
All right, Nikki.
I'm asking you. Do you think Milroe's ready?
No, I even texted you.
So now you need a bridge quarterback. You might as well have just kept Jones at this point. Like what? Like this franchise goes in circles. Like honestly, they go in circles.
All right. I obviously was pissed last week that yes, Carson Beck should be staying back next year. I agree with that. I'm not saying that. That's why I was pissed that we lost the first. That's why we won last week. I was so mad because with the number 1 pick, we have literally everything at our disposal. Do we like a quarterback? No. Okay. Do we like Travis Hunter? Okay. Do we trade back to get more capital and we're still able to get like a top lineman or Travis Hunter or the best quarterback that's still available? We have to let these things play out. This isn't the class like it was last year where it's like, oh my God, like, what do we're not missing these 3 quarterbacks type of thing. And I think with Shador and Cam, yes, they are going to be able to be there. And if we draft them, the fan base is going to be excited because these guys have potential. So they have the highest ceiling of everyone. With the bridge quarterback, free agency, like I'm not trying to mansplain you, and you know this.
You are, because you're about to talk about free agency as if I don't understand what free agency is.
But you're freaking out. We're gonna know
I'm not freaking out. I am beyond frustrated that you think the way forward is to take talent, find the best available, find a project quarterback, get a bridge quarterback, and be in the same situation that this franchise has been in.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
I would like the quarterback really in the future. Thank you. That's what I would like.
All right, Nikki, are you drafting Jackson Dart at number 3? Are you drafting a quarterback just to sake of draft a quarterback at number 3?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, that's my fucking point.
I'm not saying you just draft a quarterback to just take a quarterback. They obviously, it goes to Stan, it has to be their guy, but they have fucked themselves royally by winning last week.
Right.
Right, but you're okay with the fact that they're going to go draft some project quarterback and go get a bridge quarterback, and guess what? Did I ever say I was happy? Next year, and we're going to have the same conversation. It's going to be the same conversation.
Did I once say I was happy about that?
But you're so blasé that you're like, well, they're just going to take this.
What am I supposed to do? I'm not paid.
Like it's no big deal.
We get Travis Hunter. What do you want?
Okay, but to me, it's like so fucking what? Who's throwing up the ball?
He's going to be playing corner anyway.
Well, why don't you just have Travis? Why don't you just have him play everything? No problem.
Mine as well. Him and Malik.
Mine as well. Have him play all positions. Okay. Yeah. Have him play all positions.
You're like I never once said. Obviously, if we get a quarterback, we get a quarterback.
I'm happy if we get talent, but I would like so the bridge quarterback does nothing. It does nothing for this team. It does absolutely nothing. You know that, right? Because then that means 2025 is just going to be some retread quarterback, okay? That like, what are they going to do for us? What would they do? If they sign Kirk Cousins, what would Kirk Cousins do for this franchise?
I'm not saying that. I never once said that.
I want to know, what does a bridge quarterback, because so many people are all on the bridge quarterback train, what does the bridge quarterback do for this franchise in 2025?
Hope to have some sort of stability to have a running functional offense.
They're going to be on like a 1-year deal. Like what? Like they're not going to be here that long. And if you're telling me that some bullshit quarterback this team drafts, okay, they're going to have to draft some quarterback in the second or third round, needs 2 years behind another starter, then you just set this franchise back 4 fucking years.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't get where the disconnect is happening.
Because you're not even like, it seems like it doesn't even bother you. And it's crazy to me. Like, it's absolutely insane.
What if we're able to get, if it's because we fucked up, it's like, how many times am I supposed to be mad that they fucked up? Like, honestly. Like, how many times? Well, I said it all last week. Obviously, we got.
Hey, you're the one that wanted to come on here tonight. You wanted to do the show this week. This is what you get.
All right.
I am fucking over it. I'm done with
All
this
right.
franchise. I didn't say it was over the show. I'm over the franchise screwing themselves year after year after year because they can't get it right. They can't ever get it right, okay? Like, it's annoying that we're going to have to probably get a bridge quarterback in here. And like you said, now we all have to hope, okay, that whoever they draft at quarterback can step in the following year.
Yeah, listen. We're still gonna have to sign quarterbacks. We have Tommy DeVito is the only quarterback on our roster going into next season.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying, if you get Shador or you get Ward, you're not getting, like, it doesn't matter. You don't need like a Kirk Cousins. Okay, I'll just keep throwing his name out to represent, like, you know, who he would represent. Like, that Shador or Cam is gonna start. That's my point. They're not sitting behind a bridge quarterback for a year. That's my point.
I never once disagreed with that, so I don't know why you're freaking out.
Nobody's freaking out. I've just had it with everybody's stupid ass narrative about, like, go get talent. It's no big deal. We got to, you know what they say to me? We got to fix the offensive line. We've had to fix the offensive line for 12 years. Okay. It's not fixed. Did the offensive line get fixed to you this year?
No, because we unfortunately had 10 combinations of the offensive line again.
So would you rather have offensive line talent?
At number 3, if neither quarterback is there and they like him over Travis Hunter, I have no problem with it.
Oh my God. I can't.
What is so wrong about my answer? I don't get it. Like, you're like really like in a roadblock in your head.
I'm not in a roadblock. I'm not in a roadblock. So you're going to trust if it's Joe Shane again, okay? You're going to trust if he passes on Travis Hunter to go get some offensive line, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to do some stupid shit and get an offensive lineman that probably has no bearing on this line whatsoever.
I mean, there's a lot of good offensive linemen there. There's 2 tackles.
Oh my God. In a couple of weeks, you're going to be all on the offensive line. Let's get all offensive linemen.
All right. You're annoying as fuck right now.
I'm not annoying. You're annoying. You're being annoying. Okay. You're telling me, you're basically saying
I'm not, though. I'm really not. I'm this is like retarded.
It's not retarded. You're saying that, like, you're trusting if it's Joe Shane and Brian Daboll running the show again, which we think it might be, at least Joe Shane.
Okay. I'm gonna spin this on you. All right, I'll spin this on you before you make your point. Do you trust Joe Shane making a better quality pick at another position, or making a?
I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him at all.
But would you rather him make that draft pick, be an offensive lineman, or the top DB, or have him force pick a quarterback that isn't there? That's where I'm trying to get through your thick head.
Excuse me, my head is not thick, okay? First of all, I don't need you to explain the schematics of a draft to me. I'm quite well-versed in it. No, I don't trust Joe Shane to make any moves. I don't trust him to make any moves. But I'm telling you, it's probably going to end up happening is we're going to get ourselves a nice offensive lineman, and then everybody who's bitching about the offensive line, I hope they're happy. And everyone who wanted this culture win last week, I hope they're happy.
We reach for Jackson Dart or Jalen Milroe. All right.
Great. And they can sit behind a bridge quarterback for a year, and we can waste another year and be behind the times because this organization seems to run it like it's 1942. Like, I don't know. You tell me every week you watch this team, it looks like you're watching football from another time.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So I just hope you're all aware that we are headed in the direction of more of the same for 2025.
Yeah, fully expected.
Okay, so you fully expect it. So there'll be no homerism coming out of you. Like, are you going to be psyched for training camp? Like, that type of thing?
I'm going to be excited when we draft a quarterback, and we'll see what happens. Like, depending on who we sign, if there's a bridge quarterback, maybe we could not be the worst offense in the league. That would be a striving goal for us next year.
Who's your ideal bridge?
I'm going to be excited if we have a new coach, because the uncertainty of a new coach would be pretty refreshing, wouldn't you say?
Listen, I want everybody gone. I think everybody should go. I think John Mara should sell the team, just be done with it. Everybody be done.
Those are-
Like that's it. Like I don't know. But who's your ideal bridge quarterback? Because I feel like we're gonna be in that scenario. Who's the ideal?
I actually had a conversation with one of my best friends today. We had a list of 4 quarterbacks, and
Oh,
I will tell you the 4, not in a particular order. See where you agree in this
great.
situation, or are you going to shit it down like always? Justin Fields, uh, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, and Aaron Rodgers. There really isn't that name. Yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, Jameis Winston was another one, but we didn't mention him in that. Yeah, I wish.
Okay. So Aaron Rodgers is a no for me.
Right.
Like, absolutely not. I feel like he's going to throw a fit 4 weeks into the season. Like, it's going to be way more dramatic than it is with the Jets. Like, not Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Like,
Yeah, obviously.
who else was on?
He's on the list. He's obviously he's on number 5. We're just thinking of random names.
Who else is on the list? Justin Fields.
He was my number 1
as a bridge quarterback. Why?
He's still young enough, and he's at least going to be able to be athletic and make athletic moves to be justifiable of, hey, this is somewhat fun. It's not great, but it is.
What if something. He becomes really, really good under a new regime, and then, maybe he's just a starting quarterback? Then what do you do with the guy you drafted? Just let him sit there on the shelf?
Yeah, we're going to have to figure it out.
Who else is on the list?
It was Kirk Cousins, obviously not, and I don't know, Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, we were all. Those were the main guys of like, oh, all right. And then a couple people mentioned Mariota, and then always finesse mentioned Jameis Winston. That would be fun, but terrible at the same time. And then of course you have the Jacoby Brissetts, obviously, and all the. Ugh.
Okay, I just want you to know that every scenario laid out here is like
not great, Bob.
Anything for me? I mean, it just nothing. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. So, point is, they really screwed themselves. I hope you're all prepared for more of the same next season.
I think everybody that I talk to are bracing for it and is ready for it. So, I don't know. The people that follow you are different, but everybody I see is bracing for the impact or bracing the suck for 2025 more than likely.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know who follows you. Must be just your friends. But like, do you see the rest of the fan base? Like,
yeah, no, I of course I do. But I think for the most part, I think people are embracing impact and not going to go crazy. Well, crazy, they're going crazy regardless. I meant crazy as
okay.
They go crazy over the small.
What is in your cup today?
Crazy was the worst. Crazy was the worst possible wording for that. But I think let's get through tomorrow. Obviously, like everybody else, petrified in they could do the worst possible thing in keeping Joe Shane and firing Daboll instead of keeping both or firing both.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's not a package deal. They came in together, like, go out together.
Right, and yeah, exactly, Chris. Everybody's ready. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, I already jumped ship. I think it's okay if your team has been horrible, like our team has been, and it's the postseason. I think it's okay to pick like the team you like.
Yeah, well, we're going to be gambling, so of course you're going to be rooting for your bets. So you do theoretically teams.
Anybody but the Chiefs. I just don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I'm with you on that. Them and the Eagles.
I told you I'm pulling for the Lions and the Ravens. That's a Super Bowl I wanted last year.
That would be a very fun Super Bowl.
With, the bullshit San Fran, Kansas City. Like, right. But nobody wanted at all, except the Swifties. They wanted it. I did get that good picture, though. Yeah, I got some good pictures covered. But it was boring to cover as media, It was, like, so, like, gimmicky. Like, I feel like if it was, like, the Lions and the Ravens, like, that's gritty, No,
I agree. That's, that would be a very fun matchup, and just the coaching aspect of things would be fun with Dan Campbell always going forward, and then having a Harbaugh being on the other side of things would be fun. And then more likely your 3-time league MVP is in the game as well, finally hopefully having his shining moment and getting his first ring as well. So
I
that would
know.
be
I want that for him so bad,
Yeah, he deserves it. For sure.
He does. He definitely deserves it. What a hell
for
of a
people to always bash him and stuff.
Always.
Ben Johnson, Ben Johnson isn't coming to this dumpster fire. He had his choice of teams last year, and he said no to all of them, and rightfully so. Made the right call.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't know what's going on yet until tomorrow.
All right. So prediction time. Let's have a prediction for tomorrow. We will be on tomorrow. If there is a move.
I was going to ask you about your boy Vrabel, because isn't he on his way to go interview with the Patriots?
Probably. He's probably. We joked in the text that he's probably already there, and then tomorrow morning is his first interview, and then unfortunately the Rooney Rule interview, and then the Braves 2 days later. Oh, we thought of it. Vrabel
Are you going to be upset? Are you going to be upset?
No. I had a feeling this was coming because with the Patriots, it was just like they just didn't like Gerard Mayo, even though he was the guy that Bill basically handpicked. But
they didn't give him anything to work with, over there in New England. I mean, what the hell? I don't know.
Well, they have Drake May, so.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like the rest of the team is like a bunch of
right. Well, I think the defense, but I think the defense still has pieces from Bill, and obviously with Vrabel, you're going to be able to get that going.
Yeah, that's a good. I just feel bad that I don't think that it was a well constructed team, and he only got one shot at it. I don't like that either. I don't like the one and done. I feel like.
It always seems to be a certain
2 years to get something going.
I hate to bring it up, but it also seems to always be a certain coach that only gets the raw shake of 1-year deals.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm with you. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess my DMs. Everyone's asking, do I have additional information? I don't. I was just told the same thing. A lot of us were told that Diana Rossini wants to act like it's breaking news, but it's not. Joe Shane stays and Brian Daboll goes. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen or.
Yeah, or I think listening to Shefty and Glazer are the two big guys in the game, and the Giants are so predictable, so boring, and so whatever that it would be so Giants. Joe Shane saves Brian Daboll for at least another year.
I feel like they're both going to come back,
and it'll be like, oh, here we go. All right, lame duck situation, but it is what it is.
I just is that your prediction? I feel like they might both.
Yeah, I think they both say. I think it wouldn't come out. It wouldn't have come out like that, especially with Schefter and Glazer.
Oh, are you going to be upset? You're going to be upset?
I'm not going to be like you 15 minutes ago, but I'm not going to be.
Well, somebody's got to see. You wanted passion to come out of me all year, and when it comes out, you want to be like, you're acting crazy. Hey, I can't help that it came out. I'm passionate about them making stupid business decisions. Yes.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, if they're both back, I don't want them drafting a quarterback. I know because
that's what I fucking said 20 minutes ago. Come on,
you didn't say that at all. No,
oh my god, go back to the tape.
Say that at all.
Oh my god, I said that.
You didn't. Okay, you didn't say that at all. I don't want them drafting anybody. I don't trust them to draft anybody.
That I fucking said
we talked about weeks ago. If they both come back and they draft a quarterback, then you've got to give them more than 1 year.
Okay. Yes. Okay, Nick, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I said that 20 minutes ago. You were yelling at me.
Definitely didn't say it 20 minutes ago. But they're going to, though. If your scenario plays out, if the Browns don't draft a quarterback, they're going to grab one of them if Ward or Sanders are there. Right?
Right. they're going. Yes, if Warder Sanders is there, we're taking.
Then they will take a quarter. We think. Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't. Then I don't know. Maybe they trade back.
One of them fumbles the combine interviews, injuries, and interviews. Like something can always happen like that, which we'll never know. But
are you upset that Shador said he's not going to the draft? Is that a big deal to you?
No, not at all.
I don't care, but people are very upset.
You're gonna have the cameras. You're gonna have the cameras wherever he's gonna be. He's gonna shake and hug Prime. He's gonna shake his mom, hug his mom. He's gonna
shake his mom,
hug his mom, shake his mom's hand or whatever. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be tricked out like Prime Time would always have it, and he deserves it. It's his night too, and
yeah, I don't care.
The only thing he's missing. The only thing he's missing is his hug with Roger Goodell. Who cares?
You don't think anybody cares?
You're gonna get the private jet to Tennessee anyway.
People get
they're probably gonna be at the same party. So
people get very upset about weird things. They're like, I can't believe he's not going. Like, can't believe Cam Ward made a business decision. Like, you know. Chris says, if they draft a QB and this team based on the 2025 schedule goes 2-15, I don't see them surviving past the bye week. Yeah, I know the Giants are like known to like stay the course, right? And like don't fire them until after the season, but I don't see how they could keep them if that's the scenario that plays out, you know?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But also, if they do go grab Cam Ward or Shador, what are you giving Brian Daboll and Joe Shane just this 1 year? I mean,
well, no, theoretically they have to. They both have 2 deals, so they're not going to look like lame duck coaches because they have that other year. If they come back for year 5 and it's usually not with the contract extension, you usually know like, all right, they're walking lame ducks the following year.
What if Tennessee takes Ward? Yeah, I mean, they might. Then we got to see what Cleveland does, and then
that going back to it. That's why I'm pissed now that we won last week was because we had such a wild card in the Cleveland Browns in front of us. They can do the most craziest thing. They'll trade with the Raiders. They'll trade like literally everything for the Raiders, even though if it's a bad deal, they'll still do it. They're proven to do that billions of times. Maybe they do take Travis Hunter, and we were able to get Shador or Cam Ward. Like that's why I'm mad we won last week because we wouldn't have had that uncertainty at number 1. Now it's oh crap, Cleveland's in front of us. They're a proven wild card. They're gonna go this way, that way, up the middle, like. That's what's going to be interesting now. And the people that were happy about culture, they're going to be pissed in a couple of months when that shit happens, even though they'll never.
Well, let them be pissed because they came at all of us about saying players and coaches don't tank. They play for pride. They play for culture. They play for their next contract. And I just want to know, where was the pride today, everybody? Where was that? Where was it today?
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there all season except for last week.
Right.
The week you needed did not have pride. They had pride. Yeah. All right. So let's end it on what you had for dinner because we all know that I had a salad. And I'm sure you ate something a lot more interesting than I did.
Yeah, I had prime rib with are
you hinting at something? Prime rib? Okay. All right, go ahead.
Prime rib, mashed potatoes, string beans.
Was it a celebration? Seems
no,
like
no, it was just more of a New Year celebration. So we just had people, a couple of my family members over that weren't over for New Year's. So we had a New Year's Day celebration with them.
You've had a lot of people over for the holidays.
Oh, my house has been an Airbnb.
There's always someone sleeping over.
This is the last week, thankfully, for a while. So.
Okay, yeah, you've had like a full house, random people, sleepovers.
Yeah, they were not random like me going into your house late in draft night, but yeah.
Well, apparently well, technically you would not be a rando. You're my co-host, but after tonight, who knows? We'll see if we make it till tomorrow, everybody. But thank you so much for watching. Danny, close us out. Tell the good people where everyone can find us.
Please like and subscribe to That Sports Network and, of course, our own YouTube channel, Thunder and Lightning. Thunder and Lightning. Thunder and the Lightning are spelled out, N with just the capital N, New York Sports. And then it's TNL_NYG. I haven't had a chance to fix the socials yet. But Thunder and Lightning, New York Sports, and then on socials, TNL_NYG. Thank you for following us. We are the New York Sports Show about nothing. And please like and subscribe. Until hopefully tomorrow, we will see you guys later.
Bye.